Hello, welcome back to the Transformation Series, our last episode before my trip down to Dallas tomorrow morning. We're going to be up bright and early, long trip ahead of us, and a really exciting weekend moving forward. But who cares about that? We're here to talk about the past day. We're here to talk about Sunday and everything that happened in today. But before we get into that, hello, welcome on in, like I said, to the Transformation Series. My name is Ian. In this series, I'm going to be going over my nutrition, my weigh-ins, my health in general, workouts, all of that, so you can be informed and up to date on what the process of losing 100 pounds looks like, what this transformation's been like, so you can get a little insight on the day-to-day, because a lot of people like to show the beginning and the end results, but nobody really likes to talk your way through it, so that's what I'm doing here. It also helps me keep myself accountable when I'm doing this as well. So let's jump straight into things today. Sunday, let me check the date. April 27th, beautiful day outside, a really good day for me in terms of things that happened. Overall, just an enjoyable day and a pretty productive one at that. So starting off the day, forcing myself to be up early and have a better sleep schedule today and tomorrow morning. We were up at 8 this morning, had to be into work by 9:30. Woke up a little earlier. I was anticipating waking up at like 8:30, 8:45. Ended up waking up a little bit earlier, even if we did stay up a little later last night. And yeah, kicked off our day there. Showered, got ready, headed on into work. Today we had an event all day, so I was at work from 9 until I want to say almost 6 for the day. So that's what a lot of that part of the day looked like, and nothing really fancy or fun there. My work is a lot of sitting down sometimes on event days like this, a little bit of running around in the morning, but for the most part just sitting around and doing the work. Broadcast production, you don't get to stretch your legs as much as you may want to, but overall still a good day. In terms of food at the event, since I was there for such a long time, I didn't bring any food with me. Looking back on that, I wish I brought some of my banana bread. Ended up caving in for a slice and a half of pizza, which isn't anything terrible for me. Obviously not too high in calories there, but still not the greatest thing to eat, not a high protein source or anything like that. So on the start of the day for food, but that's really all I ate up until that point. After that, we headed over to the gym for our fill day. Today was shoulders, forearms, abs. Like I said, I got out around 5:36. Went over to Planet Fitness today. They were open a little later until I believe 8. So we went over there to do our workout. My main gym was closed up at, I want to say they closed around 7. So I wouldn't have been able to get the full workout in there. So ended up going over to the gym. Like I said, shoulders, forearms, abs. For usual though, on this day, starting off with our normal of a little like open, closed shoulder warm up just to get that thing fully stretched and feeling good. After that, we did some forearms, which is just some curls on cables and dumbbells. I did a little bit more dumbbells today. I usually tend to do cables, but today was a dumbbell day. So that was sitting down and doing a little just straight forearm curls with, I think I hit 25 pounders today, which isn't anything crazy. The goal is not to go super heavy on forearm weight. You just want to get the full range of motion and you'll end up feeling it. After that, moving over to another shoulder workout, did some shoulder press and then closed it out with some shrugs in terms of shoulders. And then ended up moving over to the cables and also doing those for a forearm curl just to make sure I'm getting in a little double on that, and then close things out in terms of weights with some leg raises. Nothing too fancy, nothing too crazy about those. Something I enjoy to do and see my progress progressively on those is the leg raises, so we ended up doing that to close out the weights for today. And then we had to make up for our cardio, make up for the amount of walking that we missed. And that was simply just hopping on the treadmill. The usual for me, 7.5 incline, 2.5 speed, 30 minutes, did that. And that closed out our gym time for the day. Ended up then coming home, and for dinner, I had some tacos, little homemade tacos, some carb-balanced taco tortillas, and in those, a little bit of steak and chicken with some cheese and hot sauce. Nothing crazy, super high protein because it was steak and chicken. Obviously, those in their purest form are just straight protein, and then cheese has some protein in there too. And yeah, that was our food for the day. That was pretty much most of today, but in the last couple hours, I've just been packing, making sure we're good with everything. Got my chargers packed, my toiletries bag, charging my headphones, making sure I'm charging my portable charger, make sure everything is good to go because we are leaving at 6:30 tomorrow morning. headed out to BWI. It's Baltimore Washington Airport, about an hour and a half drive, and then our flight departs around 10:15, and we'll be down in Texas. The hotel, I did check it out a little bit, does have a gym in it, does have a pool, so I'm excited to get there and get into the gym down there, especially with my buddy that I'm going with, who I'm working with. We both got contracted out. We both are in the same spot, and yeah, we're probably going to hit the gym a lot this week and looking forward to that. And yeah, that's pretty much what tomorrow's going to look like. But in terms of just what to expect this week with this series, because for one, obviously it's a lot harder for me. I'm going to get over here real quick and make my monitors awaken on my PC, so you get a little more light on the side of my face and I'm not totally dark. But what this week looks like I said, I'm going to be out of town. That is probably going to mean no videos for me. I'm going to bring my stuff to record. I'm going to bring my phone gimbal and my microphone set, so maybe we can get some gym videos, but I also don't want to be that guy in the gym workout room, in the weight room recording. I'm not too comfortable with doing that publicly, especially with a little bit of a larger setup at that and seeing what that takes us. And obviously we'll see, maybe get a video in here or there, but being completely honest, I would expect a recap video come next Tuesday, because we fly back that Monday, and obviously I'd have to record that once we get in and then send it out the next morning, because at the time I get recording that, it's going to be a little later in the night, and I don't want to put a video out at 1 a.m. So yeah, going to be down there. Food is going to be a challenge, definitely. Like, for one, our food is covered. For 2 meals a day, lunch and dinner is fully covered. There's a breakfast at the hotel. So full food coverage for this event, and figuring out how we're going to eat around that, because some of the food options aren't the healthiest things ever. I did just put my food orders in, but it's like Chipotle, Cane's, a sandwich spot, some other stuff. Nothing like really fast food, and obviously like Chipotle is not bad. For reference, we had like a $25 Chipotle allowance. You don't need $25 at Chipotle. You need $15 max. So I did add guac to my order, and really excited and looking forward to that, because who doesn't like a little guac in their bowl or burrito? And yeah, making sure that we're making the healthier choices. I know for like a couple of the spots I put in a salad as a request. The one spot that was like a little difficult is Cane's. I don't know if they do salads. I didn't really check the menu fully. I just got like a chicken tenders platter. I'm just going to eat the chicken, probably give my fries, or at least majority of them, to the buddy I'll be working with, so he can have those, and I can just stay on a little bit of an easier diet. So yeah, food is going to be a little complicated. Getting into the gym and getting our double workouts might be difficult on some of the days, depending on what the hours look like, and how late those days can tend to go. So we'll see. The walk to the venues, roughly 30 minutes, so I might be doing that. But like I said, we'll have to see. If the pool's available, I'll probably hit the pool a lot, just because I enjoy it. Swimming is it's one of my favorite pastimes. I used to do competitive swimming back when I was in shape, and not the circular kind that we are now. So I always enjoy hopping in water and hopping in the pool and just chilling. So that will be the plan. Obviously, no alcohol this week, which is going to be difficult at a social event like this. It's not entirely social. I'm working pretty much every day, but the night times, especially on like a Sunday night, tend to be very social heavy, which tend to be at bars with a lot of friends that love having a drink or two. But we're going to have to make sure that we make the steps. And obviously, one thing that I've just been reflecting on is, like, I hate the feeling of drinking. Obviously, it's fun in the moment. You get to you're out at the bars and having fun, shooting it around and figuring out what your night looks like. Obviously, can be a little difficult, but I don't know. Sober mornings are very nice to wake up to in comparison. But yeah, we'll be controlling ourselves there, just drinking a buttload of water. Especially though, something again with the food, it's like, what drink do you want? An old me would be like, dude, a nice like Chipotle hibiscus lemonade sounds nice, or a little more sugary of a drink, like a Sprite or something like that. Granted, I don't like soda that much, which is something that as a fat person, I guess, is a little surprising. I will drink water over pretty much anything, but I do love a little sweet treat like a lemonade or something here and there. It's just like soda, I'm not a big fan on. Like Dr. Pepper's good, Coke is fine, Sprite's okay. I don't really drink soda like that. I honestly can think of a handful of times a year I have a full-on soda that isn't like a mixer or something in a drink that I'm out with buddies and having. So yeah, not too hard on that end, but just hoping to get a lot more water in because it will be difficult during the day to make sure I get my water. So we'll have to see and work with that as we go. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this. I am going to touch on the weigh-in for this week. It's probably going to get skipped. Because I honestly just don't have time to do a weigh-in. Obviously, I'm going to be in a hotel. I don't have my scale on me. I'm not packing my scale for one, and I'm not going to really be able to do a weigh-in while I'm there. So the weigh-in will be coming the week after, so we'll technically skip a week. I think we'll move to week 16 or 17. I believe it's 17 in terms of that, and yeah, that's what things are going to look like moving forward. But that's going to wrap things up for today. Again, thank you so much for the recent support on the videos. That one short did really well, so shout out to everybody who hopped in that. Thank you for the positive comments and all of that. It really does mean a lot, and it helps push me on this journey and keep me motivated and keep things going. Because motivation has been a little rough this month. It's been really crazy at times and really stressful. So thank you so much as always. But yeah, like I said, we'll wrap things up. And don't forget, tomorrow, do better, be a better version of yourself, make the decisions and the steps between today and tomorrow that are going to make tomorrow you a happier person and a better person. And as always, I will see you in the next one.